Hong Kong's subway system is currently covered in the face of a man best known for barely wearing any makeup at all. Giant screens at Causeway Bay Station, entire walls at K11 in Tsim Sha Tsui, all of it built around the same idea people keep repeating about him online, that he looks like he just washed his face and left the house. That contradiction is where this story actually starts. Xiao Zhan has spent the last several years earning an unusual nickname across Chinese social media, the king of natural photos. Not because his fans say so. Because unedited, high-resolution images keep surfacing where you can see pores, small facial hairs, even moles, and the internet's conclusion isn't that he needs better retouching. It's the opposite. People online have consistently pointed to the same explanation: his bone structure does what makeup usually has to do. A defined jaw. A slim facial frame. Long, narrow eyes that read as lined even when they aren't. Even the practical reason cited for his minimal look is unglamorous: he reportedly sweats easily, and a thin base holds up better than heavy foundation, which tends to look patchy once it's disturbed. There's a production logic hiding inside that detail, too. A look that survives sweat is a look that survives long shoot days, hot lighting rigs, and outdoor appearances in humid climates, like, for instance, an outdoor stage on a Hong Kong waterfront in mid-August. It's a small, practical fact, but it's the kind of practical fact that ends up shaping how a face gets used commercially, long before any brand deal is signed. That reputation wasn't built in a vacuum. On set, the pattern holds. In costume dramas, his makeup has stayed notably light by genre standards. In at least one production, he reportedly asked to keep visible stubble and sun-darkened skin rather than have makeup smooth it away, letting the look serve the character instead of the actor. The through line, according to the commentary that's followed him, is restraint, and restraint, in an industry frequently associated with heavy filtering, gets read as refreshing. So here's the question worth sitting with: if the entire appeal is he doesn't need makeup, why is a cosmetics brand currently blanketing an entire city with his image? The answer isn't about Xiao Zhan. It's about Hong Kong's retail map changing underneath him. On August 19th, Qixi Festival, sometimes called Chinese Valentine's Day, Xiao Zhan is confirmed to appear at a YSL Beauty event at K11 MUSEA in Hong Kong, with two possible stages, one indoors, one facing the harbour. Which one actually gets used hasn't been announced. It's free, unticketed, and organisers have specifically warned fans away from scalped tickets, because none officially exist, a detail worth noting on its own, since it means every layer of hype building around this event, including the billboards, exists ahead of an appearance nobody can actually pay to guarantee a spot at. On paper, that's a fairly ordinary brand appearance. What isn't ordinary is the scale of advertising around it. According to reporting on the rollout, YSL's Hong Kong cosmetics operation has been folded into the same unified management structure the brand already uses on the mainland. That's a back-office, distribution-level decision. But it has a very public consequence: promotional material featuring Xiao Zhan, previously tied more narrowly to mainland campaigns, is now positioned to keep showing up in markets like Hong Kong going forward. In other words, the billboards aren't just for one event. They're a visible symptom of a supply chain decision that most people watching the crowds at Causeway Bay will never see. This is where the no makeup reputation actually becomes useful information rather than a fun fact. A beauty brand choosing a face associated with restraint and authenticity, rather than obvious transformation, is a specific kind of marketing bet. It says, this product doesn't need to change you dramatically to be worth buying. That's a coherent strategy for a hand cream campaign, which is reportedly one of the products getting pushed hardest in this rollout. It's a harder claim to make with a face known for dramatic before and afters. This doesn't mean the campaign was built around that logic, that's not something a billboard confirms, but it's a reasonable reading of why an authentic image and a beauty product push aren't actually in tension the way they might first appear. It's worth being careful here, because this is exactly the kind of moment where a single case can get overstated into a rule. One ambassador choice at one brand doesn't establish that beauty marketing across the industry has shifted toward authenticity faces over transformation faces. What it does show is that, in this specific case, the pairing makes commercial sense, and that a public image built on restraint can be monetized just as effectively as one built on visible glamour, just through a different kind of pitch. Layered on top of the brand activity is something less commercial. This is reportedly Xiao Zhan's first public appearance since wrapping his most recent drama shoot. That timing detail matters for a different reason. Sportswear brand Li-Ning also released new promotional imagery of him around the same window, reportedly leaning into a more confident, assertive expression than his usual public image, a small shift, but one that's added to the overall attention on the Hong Kong trip. Two separate brands, two different categories, both timing their material around the same few days. That's not proof of coordinated strategy across companies. It is, at minimum, evidence that his re-emergence after finishing a project is being treated by multiple parties as a moment worth capitalizing on. The contrast between the two campaigns is worth pausing on, too. YSL is reportedly leaning on softness and restraint. Li-Ning, by comparison, is pushing something closer to intensity, a stronger presence, a more assured expression. Put side by side, they are not contradictory so much as evidence that the same face can be marketed in almost opposite directions depending on what a brand is selling and what emotional register it wants attached to the product. A cosmetics ad benefits from looking effortless. A sportswear ad benefits from looking driven. Neither reading requires knowing anything about what Xiao Zhan himself intended, it only requires looking at what each brand chose to publish. Then there's the audience side, which developed independently of any brand. Fans from Shanghai and other cities reportedly organized their own large Qixi-themed displays across Tsim Sha Tsui, Mong Kok, and Causeway Bay, along with informal check-in routes mapping out where supporters plan to gather. Regional fan groups are reportedly distributing banners and materials on site. None of that required a marketing budget. It's a separate, grassroots layer sitting directly underneath the corporate one, fans converting a beauty brand appearance into their own Qixi gathering, on their own terms, whether or not that was the intended effect. Local and mainland outlets, including Shenzhen TV, have picked up the event, which has generated its own discussion cycle online, largely framed around Qixi timing and the fact that this is his first public appearance post-filming. That framing, a reunion with fans on a holiday built around romance, is doing real narrative work, separate from anything YSL planned. So go back to the subway billboards. On the surface, they're just advertising. Underneath, they're the visible edge of three things happening at once: a business restructuring that quietly expanded where Xiao Zhan's image gets used, a beauty campaign that arguably depends on his reputation for looking unedited, and a fan-driven parallel event that has nothing to do with either. None of these three threads required the others to exist. They just happened to converge on one week, one city, and one face that built its entire reputation on looking like it wasn't trying. That's usually how these moments work in celebrity marketing, less a single masterstroke, more several independent decisions lining up and getting read afterward as if they were always one story. In this specific case, a beauty brand's back-office restructuring, a sportswear brand's separate image push, and an organic fan movement all landed in the same week without needing to be planned together. The available evidence doesn't support calling that a deliberate industry playbook. It does support a narrower, more interesting claim, that a personal brand built on looking unedited turned out to be flexible enough to serve several very different commercial and cultural purposes at once, without changing at all. The billboards will come down eventually. The corporate restructuring behind them won't reverse on the same schedule, which means whatever happens on August 19th is less a one-off appearance and more a preview of how often Hong Kong should expect to see this particular face going forward, not because of a single viral moment, but because of a distribution decision made well before anyone booked a stage at K11 MUSEA. If you like entertainment stories that go beyond the headline, the kind that look for the quiet signals most coverage misses, Rabbit News Hallyu was built for exactly that. Subscribe if you want analysis, not just updates.